Fucking thank you. Hoodoo signs and symbols. Okay. So we're gonna need this for the wall. And I'm guessing we're gonna have to take what's written on the wall and punch it into that dummy. So let's go write down the symbols on the wall first, because it'll probably be... Is that it? Is that all we get from here? Fuck. Okay, at least I don't have to unlock it again. Okay. Yeah, I saw that the first time. Your well-placed lightning strike. Okay, so we got almost a triangle. With a line underneath it. We have a smaller triangle with like a little hook on it. We have a circle with a V in the middle of it. A little circle off to the side. Kind of a triangle with one open end and a dot in the middle. Then a space, then like a little shelf with a box in the middle. A circle with waves underneath it. And a triangle with a weird tail coming off of it and two dots underneath. Okay. Let's see if we can figure out what this is. Okay. Voodoo signs and symbols. So we got, the first one is Ba. The triangle. Okay, then we have a little triangle with a hook on it. This one here, I believe. Za. The circle with the V in it. Is that anywhere? This one here with the V and the little circle off to the side is Lu. Triangle with the dot in it is Pa. Then we got the square with the shelf with this square in it is D. The O with the waves underneath it is Mu. And the triangle with the tail is Ka. Okay. So I think we're good. See if we can get that dummy to talk to us and hopefully get another eyeball out of it. Talk to me, dummy. Tell me some sweet little lies. Ba, za, lu, pa, di, mu, ka.
Pa, za, lu, pa, di, mu, ka.
Yeah. We got also a little token. The last denizen buried on my guard will start you a-hunting through the graveyard. What's written on the headstone will lead you to another, and so on and so forth till tiny treasure you discover. Fuck. Okay. So this one's a lot of fun. I actually thought this was like way easy earlier in the game. So I don't think you can use that guy anymore. He's just toast. So I actually like, for whatever reason, I remember the graveyard puzzle being like way earlier in the game. So I guess we're gonna have to go find it. Okay, figured out the chest, figured out the symbols. Okay. So we have take a good look at the Hoodoo symbol guide.
Check.
Do something with that token I found in the
Still have
dummy's
to
head.
do that.
Follow the clues that Bruno left on that piece of paper in the dummy's head and see where they lead. Okay, maybe it's the token I need to put in here. Because I seem to recall there being... There we go. There's my eyeball. See, I told you I wasn't crazy, people. I knew there was something in there. So how many do we got now? Only 2 left. We're getting real close to the end. So I'm going to start the graveyard puzzle. I don't know if I'll finish it because it can be kind of a pain in the ass if I remember correctly. Okay, so his clue is this one? No. 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 Can I not look at it? There it is. The last denizen buried on my guard will start you a hunting through the graveyard. So you gotta come here to this one here. This paper here. And the last person he buried is going to be the one you want to look for. So, Tammy Tasselman in Terra Siesta. In Terra Siesta, that's what this little map actually is for. Terra Siesta is... No, not the tree. Slumber Gardens, Crowning Crypts. Terra Siesta is this one up by Bernie. So I think you gotta get through the archway and take a right. So let's see what we can do. It's a lot of running back and forth, unfortunately, for this puzzle, which I really don't like. I wish they would just, like, give you some way to just give you the clues without having to run back to the foyer every single time, because it's really annoying. Isn't this the last person buried? Oh, maybe because I have to write it in the paper first. Tammy Tasselman.
That looks like the right name.
Okay. So we gotta look for that name in the graveyard. December 25th, 1870 to October 31st, 1975. Damn, that's a pretty old woman. If she was, like, real. Couldn't sleep without a peep, so when she died, we buried her deep. So now we have to go back to the ledger and find somebody's name that's kind of a play on words of that, if I remember correctly. But yeah, it's just annoying because, like, the ledger is so far away from the graveyard, and you gotta continue to walk back and forth between the two. Like, I wish you could just take the book with her or something. It would make this so much more doable. So something about sleep. Gotta start all the way from the beginning. There's a lot of names. Holy fuck, is there a lot of names. Cassian Roll Martinez, Amando Cyril, Josiah Beck, Ricky Collin, Garrett Quincy, Owen Moore, Judd D. Kelsey, Claude Nimbus, Sid Winston, Joe Tyrone, Griffin Herschel, Quincy Nicholas, Patrick Maurice Burbank, Val Haskell, Dorian Moe, Felix Chibaldo, Richard James Linford, Polyester Givens, Tyreek Edmonds, Desire Longren, Patrick Longren. There's nothing that's really jumping out to me about sleep. Jimmy Manny, Gilly Melville, Greg Teodal, Bruno, Constance Noring. Constance Noring, I think, is it, because it sounds like constant snoring. And thankfully, at least she'll tell you if it's wrong or right. So, like, you don't have to go, like, just guessing names through the graveyard, because that would make this forever. So Constance Noring is in the Crowing Crypts. So where be the Crowing Crypts? There we go. So you just go left at the fountain and then straight up. Okay. Yeah, for whatever reason, like my memories of this game, I thought you had to do that graveyard puzzle like really early on. Like I thought it was like one of the first puzzles in the game for some weird reason. Okay, so left, and then we're going straight up this way. Yeah, there we go. Constant snoring, never early, never late. I really hope these were fake people and he didn't just use like real people's like gravestones and like his stupid like game of hide and seek for these eyeballs. It's kind of disrespectful. Like imagine talking to the family. It's like, yeah, I'm just gonna put this little line on there. Well, what does this have to do with like who died? And he's like, don't worry about it. It'll make sense after I'm dead. So now we need somebody who's never early, never late. Fraser Modest, Robert Daniel Just, Sheldon T. Iser, Levi Roy, Cassino Martinez, Amanda Cyril, Josiah Beck Teobaldo, Ricky Collin, Garrett Quincy, Owen Moore, Claude Nimbus, Joel Tyrone, Griffin Herschel, Quincy Nicholas, Tyreek Edmonds, Hurricanes Polino, Russell Zed, Greg Teodal, Constance Noring, Langford Driscoll, Jared Fitzroy, Antonio D. Sibber, Kirkpatrick, Lorenzo Felix, Dexter Narcisse, Shaquille Narciso, Oz Eustace, Vivian Hayden, Austin P. Kennedy, Cody Freeman, Dan Robert Merle, Damian Drummond, Derek Lincoln, Ray Farley, Tyler, London Darby Fletcher, Cole, what? How do you pronounce that? Autumn Paxton, Brady Wilson, Derek Grant, Daniel Wilson, Steve Smith, a bunch of Smiths, Innocent Frazier, Jamie Phipps, Samson Ferdinand, Felix Octavio, Nora Stefan, Gabriel Rock, Justin Thyme. Okay, there it is. Instead of Justin Thyme, it's Just in Time.
That looks like the right name.
Perfect. And there's like 6 of these. Like it goes on for a while. So he's buried in Sorrow Park, which is where? Growing Crypts, 40 Winks Mausoleum, Writhing Roots Memorial, Seeping Meadow, Sorrow Park. Okay. So I have to go past the mausoleum straight through. Okay. Imagine Henry just consistently like continues to see us like just run up and down through this room out into the rain. He's like, what the fuck are you doing? I wonder if she takes time to like explain anything to anybody. Like why she's doing what she's doing. All dressed up with no place to go. That's the trickier one. I'm not sure about that one. Someone who's dressed up. We shall see. Back to the beginning of the book. Like there's so many fucking names. Good lord. Peter B. Lucklin. Nothing's really jumping out at me. Fraser Modest? Maybe? That's not really dressed up though. Tebaldo, Quincy, Just Owen Moore, Theodore Darian, Claude Nimbus, Val Haskell. It's not polyester Givens, is it? Because polyester is a type of material? I don't think so, but I'll try it.
That doesn't make sense.
No, okay. Didn't think so. All dressed up with no place to go. Eric Hans, Damian Yankel, Russell Zed, Jimmy Manny, Sandy Nerd, Dale Boris, Lorenzo Felix, Dexter Nurse, Vivian Hayden, Ozzy Eustache, Fernando Pablo, Tyler Clark, Brandon Darby, Oliver Shaw, Derek Grant, a bunch of Wilsons, Peter Thomas, Jamie Phipps, Buck Murray, Norris Stefan, Justin Thyme. You already used him. Annie Franny, Neil Down, Jessica Kwan, Adelia, Idona Madison, Katie Lezia, Tegan Alberta, Mannequin. Is it Mannequin? Because a mannequin is dressed up but can't move. That sounds like maybe the right.
There. I'm no dummy.
Nice. Okay, where's Mannequin buried? In the Writhing Roots Memorial. Which is... No, I don't need to see the pretty lights. It's impressive, but I don't care at this point. I just want to get this puzzle done. Writhing Roots Memorial. Where's the entrance to that? It's you go up to the tree and then left. Okay. We're getting there, people. We're getting there. We're getting there. Is there a Mannequin present here? Died in debt. I think I actually know this one. I think this one's Owen Moore because he owes more. I've passed him like 6 times already, and like yeah, that name's like too coincidental to not be a clue to something. So I think it's Owen Moore. Where are you, Owen? Jesus, he must have been really far back. Owen Moore, there we go. Sorrow Park.
That looks like the right name.
Good stuff. He's in Sorrow Park, which is right at the top again, right? I believe. Yeah, it's the one past the mausoleum. See, like why couldn't they have put both of those names, like... Why couldn't they put both of those names at the same time? We're running back to exactly the same place twice for no reason. Like, this is a kind of a cool puzzle, but I just really wish, like, you had a cell phone on you or something, so you weren't constantly having to run back all the time just to check. A stand-up person. Is there, like, stand-up as in funny, or... We'll find out, I guess. Okay. Something like a stand-up person. It's kind of tricky. I'm not sure where they're going with that one. No, Rudolph. Bruno, Grosvenor, Constance Noring, we already did. Jared Fitzroy. Cody Freeman. Derek Lincoln. Fernando Pablo. Bud Travers. Tyler Clark. Shaw. Bart Stevens. Derek Grant. Michael Stevens. Peter Thomas. Is it Innocent Frazier? Oh, Jesus, I didn't need to see that picture of Henry's mug. Innocent Frazier, because he's innocent?
That can't be right.
Okay, fuck me, I guess. We'll continue. Jimmy Phipps, Buck Murray, Samson Ferdinand, Stash of Camden, Norris, Gabriel Rock, Bernard Chase, Neil Down? Is that a play on words? Because he's not standing
Let's
up,
hope
he's
Neil
kneeling
is
down.
lying down by now.
Okay. Okay. So where's Neil at? He's in the Crowing Crypts as well. Which is over here. It's just up past... right at the fountain and then up. Oh, God, don't go up the stairs. Sorry, Henry. Just passing through. Bye, Henry. Right, and then up. God. All that's left of me are these old bones. Okay. Hey, Henry. Bye, Henry. Just greet him every time you enter the room. Okay, so this one is something about bones. Oh, man. Could use some tea or something. Something about bones. Them bones, them bones, them dry bones. Quincy Burbeck. Val Haskell. Polyester Gibbons. Jerome G. Winfred. David Yankel. Greg Teodal. Joe Felix. Rosa Eustace. Austin P. Kennedy. Anything about bones. Bud Travers. Walt Sky. Ulysses Tennyson. Doug Carroll. Oliver Shaw. Derek Grant. Steve Smith. Peter Thomas. Jamie Phipps. Danny Errol. Norris Stefan. Just Time. Neil Down. Jessica Kwan. Idonia Madison. Kitty Leslie. Tegan Alberta. Manny Kin. Wilson. Rose Winterspring. Harmon Smith. Lucy Brown. Ludacris. The rapper Ludacris. Made his way into this crypt. And there remains Jolene Joni. Trix Kingsley. Melina Hanna. Dolly Ray Dirt Greaser. Diane Evelyn. Nikki Gwendolyn. Danielle Alberta. Ukulele. Josie Lilac. Cass Elizabeth. Jonathan Bass. Jean Paris. Lois Keeley. Meryl Aurelia. Missy Felicia. Pia Delphine. Jamie Jones, Emily Corrine Jones, Tonya Hillary Sherilyn Bush, Jolene Steffi. This one's long. Unless I missed it. Laura B. Antonia, Christine Deirdre, Amanda Jada, Jose Christie. Fuck. Tammy, I don't know this one. Something about old bones. All that's left of me are these old bones. Julia Christina Jones, Hapalik Rayan, Jose Christie, Jean Addie Thomas, Ora B. Antonia, Toya Wilson, Caridad Florence, Barbara Carolyn Merrill, Jada Megan Jones, Emily Corrine Jones, Josette Marguerite, Maureen Jocelyn, Jolene Steffi, Savannah Deanna Montana, Lauren Lotus, Rosie Lilac, Jonathan Bass at bass, Regan Early, Jean Paris, Missy Felicia, Isabel Louise Tillman, Betty Barnchaser, Nikki Gwendolyn, Isabel Justine, Darian Eula, Tricia Ukulele, Lady Lalange, Sal Zoe, Carmen Smith, Lexine Nesta, Lucy Brown, My Remains. Oh, My Remains, maybe. For My Remains.
Bingo.
Nice. Okay. My Remains is in Terra Siesta. which is the one up by Bernie again. Okay, continue. That was the toughest one yet. Hey Henry, bye Henry. Keep going. This one's out by the Burn Man. That's not how you get to the Burn Man. There we go. There's Siesta. My remains. Bloom too late, prune too early. It all tends to lead back to the same place anyway. Even if you don't look on the map, you'll get there eventually. Okay, so Blossom. Something about Blossom. Bloom too late, prune too early. I think I actually know what that one is. There's someone with the last name of Winter Spring. Yeah, Rose Winter Spring. That sounds like it might work in that place.
Smells right to me.
Nice. Okay, almost done. I think there's one more clue. Where are we? The Slumber Gardens, somewhere new. I don't think we've been there yet. The Slumber Gardens are to the right of the archway. I think. Yeah. Okay. I think there's one more clue to get, and then I think we're done with this puzzle. Yeah, no, like, it's a unique puzzle. I like it. I just wish there wasn't so much fucking backtracking in between. Like, even make, like, the book, like, closer to us, you know? Oops. Like, even if you put it in the library or in, like, a little mausoleum or garden outside, we wouldn't have to run back so far all the time. She would have given you the shirt off her back. I bet you that's Polyester Gibbons. I don't know where she's buried, though, so I still have to go all the way fucking back. I bet you that's Polyester Gibbons. It's such a stupid name, it has to have been a clue. Done with you, clock. Where are you, Polyester? There we go. She's in 40 Winks Mausoleum. I'm sure that's what this is.
Hopefully this will givens me a clue.
Ugh, fuck, the puns are awful. The ones in the books are bad enough. You don't have to continue. 40 Winks Mausoleum. Which is... Sleeping Meadow. Where is 40 Winks again? Down here? There we go. Right and then down. Okay, hopefully this is the last spot. Because we don't got spots for any more clues. And down here, I think. Yep. Polyester Givens. Same name as my dog at 10. Moved from his grave and buried again. Oh, Jesus Christ. His dog. How the fuck am I gonna get that? I think this is another Bess thing that we have to do.
Again.
Did Dr. Bollet by any chance ever mention the name of his dog to you?
Well, now, seems to me he did say he had a dog once, way back when he was a young'un. But when it comes to its name, I'm afraid I'm no help at all.
I'd better get going.
Thanks for coming by.
Okay, maybe Buford would know this. Since he was supposed to be his best friend or something.
Yes?
Do you by any chance know the name of Bruno's dog?
He had a dog? That's news to me. In other words, no, I sure don't.
I'll let you get back to work.
Groovy.
Okay, well, I think we've hit a roadblock for right now. Because we can't progress without...
Did that. All done.
Ask Bess to take another look at the old
Can't
photo she
check
saw
that
in the
off
box
yet.
of Bruno's stuff. Yeah, it's what I assumed. It was a Bess thing. Bess isn't very useful. Find all of
I haven't
Bruno's
done that.
glass eyes. Anything else I can do here? I don't think so. Okay, I'm just gonna call Ned and Bess, and then we can end the video, because we're pretty much right at an hour, I think.
Hey Nancy, how's it going?
Pretty good.
Meaning...
It's awful.
Are you familiar with the legend of the so-called crystal skulls?
Meaning it's
Is
shit,
that where
Ned.
aliens supposedly scattered a bunch of perfectly formed crystal skulls all around the world like thousands of years ago? And all the skulls have different magical powers?
Something
bet.
like that, yeah. Apparently,
Doing
Henry's
your
uncle
research
was the
in
proud
university.
owner of the Whisperer, the skull that was supposed to make whoever owned it live forever.
Only now he's dead and another superstition bites the dust.
Maybe, maybe not. See, this book I found in Bruno's library said no one who has owned the Whisperer has ever died of natural causes.
So how did they die?
They were all murdered.
Come on, you don't believe that crystal skull stuff is true, do you?
I'm not
Have an
sure
open
what I
mind,
believe
Ned.
yet.
Have
But
an open
right
mind.
Now, what I think doesn't matter. The people who knew Bruno had the skull, if one of them believed in the Whisperer's power, they may have figured the only way they'd ever be rid of Bruno was to cause his death.
But didn't he die of a stroke or something?
Heart attack.
Well, there you go. Natural causes.
Heart attacks can be induced.
You've been watching too many of those forensic detective shows.
That may be, but what's really interesting is the skull is missing.
That is interesting.
And
Interesting
I'll bet you
stuff.
anything, that's what my bony friend in the red ascot was looking for.
Does Henry know where the skull is?
He doesn't know anything about it. At least that's what he says. But if that skull is still around,
Look at that rain
I
effect in the
intend to
window.
find
That's
it.
some mid-2000s
I kinda figured
graphics
that.
right there. Henry confessed he sold off some of
Henry
Bruno's
confessed
things
that he
because of
sold off some of Bruno's
money.
things because he needed money to keep his girlfriend Summer happy.
She's high maintenance, huh?
I'd like to imagine
Extremely.
Nancy just spinning
You're
around the
so
room while
lucky.
she's talking
Hey,
to
don't
me.
I know it? Think he sold off the crystal skull?
I don't think so, no. He acts like he's never heard of the crystal skull.
And so the search goes on.
Bruno
Bruno
Bolet's doctor,
Bolet.
Gilbert Buford, was apparently
The man,
Bruno's
the
best
myth, the
friend as
legend.
well.
Think Bruno told him about the skull?
Yes, in fact, Dr. Buford told Bess that Bruno showed it to him once. But apparently he told Bruno the skull was bogus, and Bruno got a little ticked off. Never showed it to him again.
Well, when it comes to murdering someone and making it look like a heart attack, a doctor's got to be right up there when it comes to suspects.
Don't worry, I've been thinking the same thing.
So
Suspicious
what else
shit.
is going on?
In order to find that crystal skull, it looks like I'm going to have to find all of Bruno's glass eyes.
Bruno wore a glass eye?
He wore a lot of glass eyes. Not all at once, of course, but from this box I found in his study, it looks like he had at least 25.
What makes you think finding them will lead you to the skull?
Something
Ned,
Bruno
when
said
has
to
finding
Professor
shit not
Hotchkiss,
led
whom
me to
I've met
something?
before, by
That's
the
what
way,
these
in
games are
Wisconsin.
about.
Did I ever tell you about her?
Why does that name bring boots to mind? Boots and cheese.
Anyway, it turns out she's an expert on the crystal skulls. So Bruno called her once, and when she asked him if he knew where the skull called the Whisperer was, he said, "The eyes have it."
He meant eyes with an E instead of an A.
Right.
Did he lose all these eyes or hide them on purpose?
I'm pretty sure he hid them on purpose.
And I thought Henry was weird.
Get this, Bruno had a pet iguana that he liked to dress up in little costumes.
Say what?
I kid you not. I found little outfits for Iggy. That's the iguana's name, Iggy. In
Iggy.
Bruno's study. He could dress him up like a mailman, an optometrist, or a pirate.
Now I've heard everything.
No, you haven't. Iggy also hides things in the vents, and depending on what outfit he's wearing, he'll go into the vent and bring out different stuff.
You have got to be joking.
Like, I dressed him up as an optometrist, and he brought me out a glass eye.
Poor Henry. If weirdness is genetic, he doesn't stand a chance.
I'm pretty sure a letter caused Bruno Bolet to have that heart attack.
A letter?
Apparently, Bruno and Renee had recently taken the crystal skull to a lab to see if it was authentic. The lab guy mailed Bruno a letter summarizing his test results, which showed the skull was a fake, and when Bruno read it, I think the shock was just too much for him.
So much for
It was a
being murdered.
fake.
Actually, that's not quite true. When I called the lab guy, he said that in his letter he told Bruno the skull was authentic.
You mean
Oof.
someone faked the letter that said the skull was a fake?
Yep, which means Bruno more or less did die at someone else's hand.
Good grief. Have you told anyone?
No, and I don't think I'm going to. For one thing, I don't want to tip my hand. For another thing, I don't want anyone thinking that skull is the real deal after all.
Which apparently it is.
The only thing those lab tests proved is that the skull is at least 300 years old. Not that it has magical powers or anything.
But still, finding it would be pretty cool.
While I was picking mushrooms for Renee,
While I was picking
almost
Renee's
lost my
penis
hand to one of
mushrooms.
Bruno's pets.
You have a big dog or something?
A big alligator named Bernie.
How can you make a pet out of an alligator?
Apparently by exploiting their fondness for marshmallows.
Well, stay away from him. I like your hands just the way they are.
I can't
Ooh,
quite
Ned.
figure out whether
Ned
Renee
getting-
neglected to tell me
getting
that
saucy.
it was an accident or on purpose.
Hey, if
I
you're
bet
not
you like
sure,
my
you
hands,
better stay
Ned.
away from her, too.
Well, believe me, Ned, I will stay away from
Think you
Renee
could
as
give
much
me a
as
hint?
possible.
You bet.
I changed my mind. Talk to you soon.
See ya.
I just realized you're too fucking stupid, Ned, so I will not call you. Also, you know absolutely nothing about the case.
Hello?
Hi, Bess. How you doing?
Great. I just took a nice, luxurious bubble bath and I'm ready to boogie. When are you coming back here?
That's still kind of hard to say.
The
but
cab
listen,
service is
remember
anus.
that old photo of a boy and his dog you said you saw in that box of stuff Henry sold to Lamont?
Yeah?
Did it look like it was maybe taken in the 1920s?
That's exactly what it looked like. Why?
Because I need to find out the name of Bruno Bolet's dog. And if that boy was Bruno, then that was probably his dog. Was there any writing on the picture?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I think it said Bruno.
That's all it said? Just Bruno?
No, it said Bruno but whatever came after and was hidden by the frame.
I really need to know the name of that dog.
Oh, no. No, you don't. No more
Ugh.
snooping. Uh-uh.
Bess, just get into that box again and see if the dog's name is on that picture. That's all I want you to do.
How? I can't
It's time to
just go
seduce
waltzing
Lamont,
into
Bess.
Lamont's
It's time to
back
seduce him
room.
after all.
And he's for sure as heck not gonna fall for that sneeze contraption again.
There must be some other way you can distract him. Please, Bess? I can't tell you how important this is. You gotta do this for me. Please?
Absolutely,
fuck you.
unequivocally, for the last time, no. Ah, who am I kidding? We're not gonna
fuck.
have any fun here until you solve this mystery, and since you can't do that until I do this... Okay, I'll sneak into the back room and take another look at that photo. I mean, I will if I don't screw up.
Think positive, Bess. You're gonna do fine.
You bet I am. In fact, I'm not going to call you again until I have seen that picture. I'm going in.
You go, girl.
You get it, girlfriend. What? Oh. Fuck that. I'm out. Call her back. I guess she just marches into fucking Zeke's. Without a care in the world. Okay, well this seems like a pretty good place to stop it, because we've been here going at it for over an hour now, so we're getting pretty close. I think one more session, and I think we should probably, hopefully, be done. So thanks for watching, everybody, and have a good day. We'll see you later. Bye.